Good morning. Welcome. So glad to have you this morning for our yin yoga for self care. For our class today, you will need either a block, if you have a soft block would be better, um, or a pillow would work well, even folded blankets. Where we'll be using it towards the end in our supported bridge pose, but you also may find props useful throughout the sequence. So just have whatever you have, just have it close by. And let's go ahead and get started by sitting with your spine nice and tall. And feel free to fold a blanket and elevate your hips a bit. Just crossing one leg in front of the other. And with your spine in a neutral position, I'm going to begin by taking a few deep breaths in out of your nose, or in through your nose and out of your mouth, however you're feeling today. And after a few breaths, then we'll begin to incorporate some seated cat cows. Really grounding down through your sits bones. Close your eyes or just keep your gaze low. On the next inhale, just begin to send your chest up and forward. Send your head back, shoulders back. Again, on the exhale, grounding through your sternum. Just continue this movement at your own pace. Maybe incorporating your arms. So on the inhale, your arms are opening up. So it's like you're opening up your heart. And exhale. Slow, deep breaths. And take a moment to find any type of movement here that feels right. So maybe you want to send your waist side to side or in circles. This is what your spine is asking for in this moment. Just kind of trust your intuition and give yourself whatever you feel like you need in this moment. And when you're ready, return back to neutral. Bring your fingertips down to the mat in front of you, grounding down through your sits bones. I'm going to walk your hands over towards the left. Your right hip may try to come up. but really ground down here while reaching through your right arm. Today we'll be holding each pose up to 3 minutes, depending on the pose, between 1 to 3 minutes. Slowly walk your fingertips over towards the right. Today, during our session, we'll be focused on building inner trust, trusting your intuition, your inner guru. So I will be giving some options for most of the asanas that we perform today. And you choose what you feel like is best for you in the moment. Walking your fingertips back to center. Go ahead and press yourself up. And let's find our deer pose. I'm going to be bringing one of your legs. For me, it's going to be my left. Bend my left knee so that my left shin is parallel to the top of my mat. And bend my right knee so that my right shin is parallel to the side of my mat. Inhale, nice and tall. And on the exhale, I'm going to take a slight twist here. Free to twist, or you can keep it right here, nice and tall. You can take a forward fold if you'd like. Or as an alternative, you could also go into pigeon pose if you feel like that is kind of more of what you're feeling this morning. So the pigeon, your left knee behind your left wrist, your left foot somewhere behind your right. You can use a block under that left hip if you need. So whichever pose you're feeling like today. And at the end of our practice today, we're going to spend a few minutes journaling. And I want to read a quote, and I just want you to kind of just see what comes up after hearing this quote. It's a quote by Wayne Dyer. Trusting yourself is trusting the wisdom that created you. Trusting yourself is trusting the wisdom that created you. Without any judgment, just kind of see what comes up after hearing that quote. Trusting yourself is trusting the wisdom that created you. So rolling onto your left hip, we're going to kind of bring our legs around, just roll on back, extending that right leg out, bringing the sole of your left foot to touch your inner right thigh. Put your hands down in the mat, to the mat in front of you or the floor. We'll take a half butterfly pose to begin to walk your hands straight out. Or if you're more feeling a head to knee pose, free to face that right leg and to fall forward over that right knee. Trust that you know what's best. You know what you need today. I'm just your guide. But trust whatever your body says that it needs and take that today. Slowly begin to press yourself up. And now let's find our deer pose on the other side. So this time bringing my right shin parallel to the top of my mat and my left shin parallel to the side of the mat. Whichever option you're taking today. And while we're moving into this pose on the other side, I want you to think about a time that you trusted your gut, you trusted that intuition, that gut feeling when it came to making a decision. And in the end, you were actually really glad that you trusted yourself and trusted your instincts. Think about a time when you trusted your intuition and that you were really glad that you did. What type of emotions did you feel once you realized that, wow, I'm really glad that I listened to my own instincts. Slowly release, rolling back. We're going to find our half butterfly pose. I'm going to turn around here to the front. Bring your right foot in to touch your inner left thigh. Or feel free to take head to knee if that's what you're feeling today. And to walk forward. Softening through your muscles. And just breathing. Breathing as you maybe just continuing to feel those emotions. That come up when you think about listening to your own instincts. Your inner wisdom. Slowly begin to press yourself up and let's find our staff pose. So swing with your legs extended in front of you. For the yin version of this, we want to just allow your spine to fold over passively. So we're not going to be holding, gripping, activating those muscles. And you may find it helpful to elevate your hips. And although we're only here for a minute, you may find this, that you'd rather take this pose standing. So feel free to take a standing forward fold or dangling fold if you would prefer to do this standing. You keep a slight bend in your knees. And forward, rounding through your spine, allow your chin to fall in toward your chest. And you don't have to be able to fold all the way down, just fold over the amount that feels right for you. And if you're just not doing this at all this morning, let's bring your feet into a diamond position and fall forward that way. Or from a cross-legged position, that works just fine as well. I like to keep my thumb kind of under the back of my leg to help to keep my feet from falling out. So you may find that helpful. And remembering that you are never stuck in a pose. So although in yin we do, hold the pose, that we, find our edge, find stillness, that if it becomes too much or too uncomfortable or something just doesn't feel right, you always have that freedom to do something different, to come out and to find comfort, to choose a different option on the mat as in life as well. You're never stuck. So if something doesn't feel right, go with another option and find what feels right. Using your hands to slowly press yourself back up. Let's go to a reclined position or a reverse or reclined pigeon pose or reclined swan, I should say, in yin. So your soles of your feet to the mat. Bring your left ankle just above your right knee. And feel free to keep it here if this feels great, right for you this morning or today. Maybe using your hands to press that left knee out. Stay wherever it feels right. You could also bring your right knee in and grab behind your knee, or even grab your shin. In this pose, you're going to keep your left foot flexed towards your left knee. And although we are kind of pulling that right knee in, try to relax your upper body as much as possible. Relax your head and your neck. And just allow just a little tug. Send your awareness with your breath. And release your right foot to the mat. And from here, just allow your legs to fall over towards the right, bringing your left foot down to touch the floor beside you. Maybe using your right hand to help prop that left knee up. While we're here, let's maybe allow yourselves to think about maybe a decision that you have been pondering. You're trying to make a decision about something. You may not have all the information that you want because we never know what the future holds. So we make decisions the best that we can based off what we do know and based on our feelings about it. So maybe just take a moment to reflect on anything that you've been trying to make a decision on. Just kind of explore without any judgment to see what's coming up. You don't have to make a decision now, but just explore what is coming up for you internally. Or maybe you've already made a decision recently about something based on your intuition. When it comes to trusting yourself, what kind of feelings are coming up internally? When you consider the times in the past when your intuition was right, when you went with your gut instincts, how does that make you feel about decisions that you need to make presently? Let's bring your legs back up. And let's go ahead and switch and find Pigeon on the other side. Holding here, relaxing your upper body as we take a moment to just breathe, just explore our thoughts and feelings. Slowly release your left foot to the mat and taking a twist, so allowing your legs to fall over towards the left. Taking deep breaths down into your belly. And using your core to bring your legs back up. Let's extend your feet out. Let's take a banana pose for just a minute on each side. So extending your arms overhead. Maybe adjust your head and chest and upper body towards the left side of your mat. And then walk your feet over towards the left as well, so that you're kind of making a banana shape here. Extending through your right arm to stretch along the right side of your body. Extending through your right arm. And if you want to take an even deeper stretch, feel free to cross your right ankle over your left. And we're here for just a minute. Just imagining you can send your breath directly just over into that right side. And walking your feet back to center and then moving your head and chest. Let's take it over to the right. And walking your feet over. And walking your feet to center and your head and shoulders. We're going to find our supported bridge pose here. So bring your pillow or your block, whatever you're using today, and slide it under your hips, right at your sacrum. If you're using a block, where you want to be at, and with your arms out to each side, feel free to stay here and bridge pose. Or if you're feeling like it, go ahead and extend both legs out for a deeper stretch along your front body. And you can also bring your arms up overhead. Just whatever you're feeling in this moment. If your legs are extended, go ahead and break your feet back. And bring the soles of your feet together for a reclined butterfly. Feel free to keep your hips elevated, but if it's not comfortable for you to do it this way, just remove your prop and just let your hips rest on the mat. Arms in any position that feels right for you. Just allow your knees to just fall towards the mat or the floor. Using your hands and both knees up to touch with your hips and remove your prop. Maybe bring your feet as wide as your mat and allow your knees to fall in towards each other. Taking a few breaths here. And slowly pressing your way up to sitting. Go ahead and grab your journal. And I want you to just take about 2 or 3 minutes to journal using the following prompt. What would trusting yourself look like? What would it look like to trust yourself? Ask yourself, do you trust yourself? And why? You list about 3 reasons why you trust yourself or why you should trust yourself if you don't. So the journal prompt is asking you, what would trusting yourself look like? Do you trust yourself? Why or why not? And maybe list about 3 reasons why you do love yourself or why you should if it's something that you're struggling with. 3 reasons why you can trust yourself. And let's begin to try to find a stopping point. Feel free to kind of go deeper with this prompt. Get a bit of time, maybe after class. Let's see if we can find a stopping point for now. And prepare for a few minutes of meditation. So sitting with your spine nice and tall. Begin taking some deep breaths, steady breaths in and out of your nose. Go ahead and close your eyes or keep your gaze low. Slow, steady breathing. As you breathe, I want you to take a few minutes to meditate on the following affirmation. I honor my intuition and follow my inner voice. I honor my intuition and follow my inner voice. Placing your left hand at your heart, if it feels right. Sorry, your right hand, and then placing your left hand over. Just allow that affirmation into your awareness. I allow myself to honor my emotions. I honor my intuition and follow my inner voice. I honor my intuition and follow my inner voice. So allowing that affirmation to sink, settle deeply into your heart space. Breathing and being fully present, allowing yourself to feel that affirmation in this moment. I honor my intuition and follow my inner voice. Begin to deepen your breath. Become aware of the sounds around you. Feel the floor or the mat or the chair beneath you. Begin to make small movements. Maybe release your hands down to your thighs, wiggling your fingers, your toes, making small movements. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And we'll end our practice today with a slow, deep, cleansing breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. I am so grateful that you allowed me to guide you through your practice today. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for joining me today.